This video guide is to assist parents who will be coaching their child's team in indoor but are not currently in GOT Sport as the coach of their child's team. So obviously you are prompted to log in or create a GOT Sport profile when you first use the link. If you do know your login credentials, obviously go ahead and enter those and log in, and you can skip ahead to the next section. If you believe you have one but can't remember your password, which is very possible if you are a parent in GOT Sport of a player. However, if you have trouble logging in or your club used a weird email for you, you can go ahead and just create one using a email address that's more valid for you. We'll get into if you are having trouble logging in with a pre-existing email address later. So first, click Create an Account. I'll go ahead and enter John Soccer. I don't particularly care how old anybody is, but it does require you to enter a date of birth. And then obviously we would like to know at least a valid phone number to contact you. And then the other relevant information is obviously going to be the email address you use to log in, as well as a password. Again, if using this password or this email, if using this email results in an error message saying you already have a pre-existing profile, then you can skip to another section at the end of the video guide to get registered that way. All right, so once you've created your profile, it immediately has you logged in. As you can see at the top, it says John Soccer, so I am logged in for sure. And now it's going to prompt me to search for my team because I obviously do not have any teams connected to this new profile. Now, the thing here is, as it mentions, you want to use a unique team name and gender, as well as age, that doesn't match any existing team in GOT Sport. So you could honestly just use gibberish text like this in order to trigger it to definitely not have a team name. Or if you do just put in the full team name you're going to use and then tack on the word indoor in all caps, that's a pretty safe bet as well. You just want to make sure that the search result does not find a match. And there we go. So that's what we want. It didn't find a team. So we can just make sure we have our team name correct as we want. Don't worry about the club drop down because obviously this isn't connected to them. Select the event age if it did default to U3 or something like that. You can upload a logo if you choose. You can also do this later, but for the sake of getting through this, I will not. Just go ahead and enter the zip. And you can go ahead and select Ohio. It will prompt you to do this in a minute as well anyway, once you actually start registering them. You're just creating the team right now. So we click save, and there you go. Successfully created the team. And if we just have this team, we can go ahead and register and move on. But let's say I have a second team maybe. So let's change this team name. And this is still a 2015, but let's make it a 2015 girls team. Add that space. Make sure we select the right gender. Again, this is just to fail the search anyway. So there we go. Had a unique name, so we were all good. That is the name I want. I want them to be a girls team, U10. Don't need a logo. Let's make sure I am indeed the coach. So let's go ahead and put that and the zip code. And again, it doesn't prompt you for or require the team association /state right now, but it'll prompt you for that once you actually register them. So we've got both teams created now. And so if I were to just stop here and maybe I got busy or just needed to refresh the page, you can see they'll pop up over here. Now, if you got interrupted and needed to add a third team later on, or you already registered the first two, you can come back here and just make sure you change the team name. Obviously, something unique again, because we just need to get this third team in. This one's actually a U11. Just make sure all the information's correct again. And now we have all 3 teams created. So now we can just go ahead and individually register each one. This will auto-populate with your own profile information for the most part. So that's at least nice. Don't have to enter that again. Now scroll down here, just make sure it's correct. And continue. Now we're on the team information. This is how I mentioned it'll make you select Ohio anyhow. So there we go. Save and continue. Now we have the actual questions for the registration, not too many. Specify if you're registering for the 3v3 or the 5v5 program. Select the level of the team. And then go ahead and provide contact information. If this is different than yourself, great. If not, just go ahead and enter your own information again. Okay, once you confirm that, click Save and Continue. And now you just select the program you are registering for again here. Obviously, we want the 5v5 in this case. Yep, that is the team I'm registering. Just let me know I'm not done yet. Continue to checkout. Now, if you wanted to pay with credit card and get that paid right away, you can do so right here. If you prefer to pay with check, you will just select that from the drop-down, obviously. So either way, once you've selected your payment, register, and here you go, you're all done. And this button will just take you back to your profile page of your coach profile. You can see my teams listed here, and then the single registration I did complete. If you get an error message when creating an account saying that your email/user ID has already been taken, then you most likely have an account already created by your club and attached to your child, or possibly that email is attached to your child as their email/user ID. In which case you can either reset your password or you can use a different email address as your email/user ID. If for whatever reason you are unable to complete the registration or create a GotSport account, then there is a Google form linked in the description of this video that will take you to an alternative registration that can get you added and the team added to the registrations.